Cain causes serious hurt in Emmerdale, and it explains shocking acts. Robert Sugden, Ryan Hawley, and Aaron Dingle, Danny Miller, approached a number of different residents amid their determination to find the culprit, but kept looking in the wrong direction. It turned out Ross Barton, Michael Parr, and Sam Dingle, James Hooton, had been acting shifty because Ross was busy teaching Sam how to dance. "I didn't expect that either, don't worry." Kev Townsend, Chris Coghill, was put in the clear after learning about his latest imprisonment. Wylam Kami Haddix, Shebs Mia, suspicious behavior whenever the barn fires were mentioned was down to the fact he was sleeping in one of them. It turns out Kyle has been the one busy with matches, and his new penchant for setting things on fire isn't stopping anytime soon. After Cain turns down the chance to spend time with Kyle, the young lad starts to wonder if his dad doesn't enjoy hanging out with him. His theory is fueled when Kyle overhears Cain ranting to Kami about how his son has skipped school because he's too focused on fixing up his car. A lighter then falls out of Kyle's bag, and he fights temptation over whether to use it again. A while later, Graham Foster, Andrew Scarborough, spots smoke up ahead and rushes to find Kyle watching his golf burn. After pulling Kyle to safety, Graham works out that he's looking at the arsonist. He's furious, and even Graham's own past trauma with fire is triggered. Kyle explains to Graham that his actions are a response to his troubles and dealing with everything that's been going on with his family. When Robert arrives, Kyle hops into Graham's car so he isn't caught. Later, Kyle opens up to Graham about his motivations. He listens to the troubled boy and promises to help, but also says to Kyle that he needs to confess to Cain and Moira Dingle, Natalie J. Robb. "I think it's that vulnerability of being lost," star Andrew Scarborough said as he reflected on why Graham decides to try and help Kyle. Because Graham's backstory has a lot of tragedy, and he's lost and found things that were not good for him to get out of. He self-medicated. Arson, I suppose, is a form of that. Pyrotechnics. So, he sees Kyle as somebody who's lost his way, and still young, so he has a bit more forgiveness for him. "I think Graham would have been a very good tutor in another life. He'd have been one of those guys you would have gone to as a rock, if he hadn't gone off the path himself." I think that's what he's trying to give Kyle. He also has a huge respect for Cain. The distance Cain has put between himself and Kyle may be something he seriously regrets, as Graham starts to focus on turning Kyle's life around by signing him up to the cadets. I think Graham is mourning the backstory of him, which is that he wanted a family when he was younger, but he blew that completely, Andrew explained. So, he's mourning that the whole time, hence the reason for the suit. He wears a red tie because I wanted to tell Costume when I came back that he's been to hell and back, and that's his reminder that he's been to hell. And he does have one suit because he has OCD and PTSD. That's his coping mechanism. You'll find in the wardrobe that he has 20 suits, all like that. And he dresses because he has his own business. He's a mercenary, so he does his own fixing, does his own jobs outside. So when he comes back in, he wants to be the fixer for Joe. I think it's family craving. The Tates, as dysfunctional as it is a family, so he wants to be back there as well. He's drawn to people to try and help them. Leo, especially. He had a great relationship with Leo. I think he's craving family.